It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense. And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing now is Stroud. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Play action. Stroud now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Delson in motion. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Mix it up the middle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Stroud. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carlos Watkins able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Prescott to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run here with Dowdle. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
A really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Now Stroud. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down.
And with C.J. Stroud on a rookie deal, the Texans decide to go all in this offseason, picking up perennial Pro Bowl receiver Stephon Diggs. And now with him in the mix, Houston hopes he can be the piece that can take this offense over the top come playoff time.
And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. Dances by him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Stroud looking to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A handoff running left, Mixon. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Stroud. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. You got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott now. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play action. Here's Stroud. That'll be caught left side by Woods. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Stroud to throw it. And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd down and 4. Now Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Prescott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Stroud now to throw. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A good passing down here. They send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Looking to throw. Stroud. And he floated one out there incomplete. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
It was a veteran quarterback, Dak Prescott, who had it working in the first half. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott finding Tolbert here over the middle. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This is 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 25. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On second and very short, Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Once again, they run with Mixon. Fights through him. Breaks the tackle. Now Alley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. It's Mixon on the counter. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Mozzie Smith, he's the one who got in there and made that play defensively.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Throwing now is Stroud. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Stroud working out of the gun. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Getting home that time to Marby and Overshow. Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
Stroud. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Gets around him, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Henry Toto got in there behind the line of scrimmage that time. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
You're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Now Stroud. The left side caught by Diggs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play, because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Stroud looking to throw.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Here's Stroud. Taking a shot for Dell here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Stroud out of the gun here. That's caught again by Schultz. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now 2nd and 4. Here goes Stroud again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Texans.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Stroud will look to throw once more. Gets the dump off to Pierce. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Takedown, 43 yards. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Prescott now, option right. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And they take a knee. Second and 11. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.